Welcome back for another game here in the girls round of the 4A state basketball playoffs. We're going to have Dixie taking on Ridgeline. Ridgeline number 1 seed, Dixie the number 9 seed. What's Dixie bringing to the table this time?
Well, I mean, outside of bringing in an upset against Hurricane in the last round in that 9-8 matchup, I mean, that was a big game for them. They split in the regular season, so we knew going into that playoff game that it could really be anybody's game. And Dixie, of course, being the one that came up top at the end of it all. This is a team that has, they have a lot of good talent, a lot of even young talent, 3 seniors, but a whole slew of juniors on this roster. Even though they do rely on those seniors a lot, Dixie is bringing in that senior leadership here with that cast of underclassmen as well. So we'll see how well they can put up a fight against Ridgeline. Ridgeline's one of the toughest teams in the state for a reason. There's a reason why they're the number 1 team.
Yeah, I wish I could say there was a little bit more tightness in our region, but I mean it was just a runaway. Ridgeline has lost 2 games, and those 2 games are teams out of the state of Utah. They're 2 teams from Texas that they end up losing to. They beat a team in California. Yeah, they've been running away with it this year.
Yeah, and that's a lot like in the southern region with Snow Canyon, who we just watched take on Skyview, and we saw Skyview put up a really good fight against them through the first half, but of course it's Olivia Hamlin comes out and has her way in the second half, and they pull away really well. I mean, that's the matchup that I think a lot of people are maybe looking forward to, would be a Ridgeline and a Snow Canyon, just because of how dominant they've been. But don't count Dixie out. Dixie is a team that they have a lot of fight in them. They have a lot of talent in, Kiala Famuina being one of those that is a top player in not just in her own region, but in the state of Utah. So you're going to see a lot from her. That's probably going to be the key for Ridgeline is to try to shut her down, and if they can keep her contained, then they'll have a better chance of walking away with one here.
So you kind of got a triple threat here with Ridgeline. You got Skinner, you've got Wallace, and you've got, again, number 23. The name is just left me. Livingston. Yeah. They can play at the post. They can go up top.
Yeah.
I mean, they all over the court.
And, of course, this is the team that went and won the state championship last year. A lot of these girls are returning from that team, and so they know what it takes to go through the playoffs and win. This is no secret to them. They're definitely going to be putting up a fight when it comes to that. Coach Jenks over there is definitely have a lot. She has a lot of time under her belt now as the starting lineups come rolling out for Dixie. This is definitely going to be another run for Ridgeline. That's what they're trying to do, and Dixie's just doing their best to get in their way.
Yeah, if Ridgeline will complete that, they'll be a 3rd time in a row going to state.
Absolutely. Dixie starting lineup, by the way. You have number 1, Hallie Smith. Number 3, JC Bundy. Number 5 is Brindley Bennett. Number 31, Avery Gledhill. And number 34, Kiala Famuina. Over on the Ridgeline side, you have number 5, Emily Skinner. 22, Macy Brown. 23, Elise Livingston. 25, Hallie Smith. And number 32, Brindley Weiss. Riverhawks in the white with Dixie in the blues.
And we haven't been disappointed at all in the 4A bracket, either on the boys' side or the girls' side. I might have taken a nap in that Green Canyon game, but when I woke up, I was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Yeah, no. If you only watched the first half, you missed a fantastic second half of basketball. No, Green Canyon never got the chance to lead, but they got it within 1, and that was enough. Cedar still was able to put it away. We have had a phenomenal, so far, 6 games on this quarterfinal day here for 4A state basketball.
We'll start here in the center for the tip-off here for Ridgeline, number 5. A Skinner, tucking in jerseys.
Doing the jersey check real quick. Hallie Smith for Dixie.
Tip up going to go here to the Riverhawks. Livingston directs traffic on the far side for the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Giving it back over to Skinner. It's a little perimeter passing, trying to get that zone to move around here for Dixie. Livingston dribbles out of the corner, now looking for some help. Brown skip pass into the corner. Skinner's going to dribble out. Go baseline, put it up and in. First 2 points on for Ridgeline.
Expect to see that a lot this evening, where Skinner sees the defensive pressure coming towards her, uses that momentum against them, and just takes it right past them on the baseline.
Smith will get the handoff. Van, a poke away. Here's at least Livingston going coast to coast with it. Gets the end one.
And a little bump there, yeah, by Kiala Famuina. We'll send her to the line. Check it out here on the CNR replay. Again, at least Livingston on the still fast break all the way to the other side for the old school three-point play.
As the free throw line will be Livingston.
Livingston with a put up. A rare miss off the back of the iron. Brown bringing up the board here for Ridgeline. Who sits on the left. Swung back over. Skinner on a drive. Kick back out. At a three. Back over to Brown. And Ridgeline resets up top here with Livingston.
And they had a couple opportunities, but it's early in the game. They're not going to force anything quite yet.
Brown back out to Livingston. 15 on the shot clock. One bounce in here for Brown. Put up and over the hoop. Rebounded up here by the Flyers. Not on a push. Bundy. It's picked up here by Smith, and not on the same page. Down low, out of bounds.
Yeah, Gledhill took the cut to the hoop, and J.C. Bundy thinking she was going to pop back out instead. Just a little miscommunication there by the Flyers. One thing that I'm noticing with the Ridgeline as they get set here on the offensive side is they have a lot of discipline in their offensive scheme. They're not forcing anything where it doesn't need to be forced, as they found the open one down low there. And I wouldn't call that a force either. It was open look.
No,
it was just off target. But again, they don't force anything that doesn't need to be forced. They just look for the open person.
Yeah, you're not the first one to describe them as that. This is Smith trying to drive inside. She'll pick up her dribble. Kick it right back out. Bennett picks up her dribble back over to Smith. Kalia puts that up and hard off the back of the iron. Here comes Ridgeline on a push. Livingston looking for Skinner on the left-hand side. Put up, no, good pass to Brown. Unable to stay with. Now Smith. Push one across the timeline here for the Dixie Flyers.
That's one of the things you'll see from Lala Famuina is that she will find herself in the right place at the right time.
Out of the paint we go. Back down underneath. Smith on the drive. 8 on the shot clock. Back out to Glendale. Looking for some help. Gets it knocked loose. Here comes the Riverhawks. On a fast break, Emily Skinner on the right-hand side. Lays it up and in.
I thought she might be tall enough she could throw down, but not quite yet, huh?
In due time. Bundy swings it over. Back over here to Bennett. Smith now works up on top, trying to work it down low, and a push. First foul against the Riverhawks.
Going against Macy Brown. The ball went inside to Famuina, and again, just a little bit of a bump there for Macy Brown will send the ball back out of bounds under the hoop.
On the baseline, inbound, Famuina. Swinging around, Gladhill. Bennett. No, it's losing me. Bundy here in the corner, looking for some help. Famuina helps her out. Back around with it. Against Smith. And another steal here by the Riverhawks. Macy Brown picks a pocket. And Emily Skinner finishes on the left-hand side.
Just like that, Emily Skinner with 6 of the 8 for Ridgeline. Dixie trying to call for a timeout. There it goes.
And they will get it. A little late.
I could hear it with the headphones on. The official took him a second, but we got there.
8-0 here for Ridgeline. Still early on in the first. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Here at Custom Lighting Solutions, we provide the perfect answer to lighting your home and property.
No matter the occasion, you can trust our product to make your house fun and beautiful.
Cache Valley Bank is dedicated to fostering local businesses, aiding financial growth, and building strong relationships. From personal to business banking, we are committed to helping you reach your financial goals. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
And after the timeout taken here by Dixie, we reset with 4:21 on the clock. 8-0 ball game. Team fouls, one apiece.
If you're Dixie here, again, you need to stop the bleeding a little bit. And I know you look at an 8-point deficit, hey, that's not too bad, but 0 points on the board, hey, that's not so great. So you got to get a score on the board here soon, preferably this possession.
Smith waves it off here for Bennett. In the back over to Gladiator. Bounce pass. Leah drives inside, draws a foul.
And Kiala Famuina, check that out here on the replay, as she gets the ball up high, tries to find a lane, going with the left hand all the way down and drawing the foul. Sends her to the line for 2.
Famuina, one of the seniors you were talking about.
Yeah, one of the staples in this Dixie team, the leading scorer for the Flyers this season.
She'll have one more at the free throw line.
Gets Dixie on the board there.
Ridgeline going to work it back. Here with Skinner. Over to Livingston. Smith changes directions back out here to Livingston.
Dixie working that zone defense hard.
Brown inside. Defense crashes, but a little bit too late.
And that's why they're in the zone, is to try to keep that from happening, try to keep any interior offense from getting in there. But again, you just find the right spot.
Famuina puts it up, a 15-footer, no good. Skinner with the rebound. She wants to push, doesn't have the number. She'll stop, kick it over. Here's Smith, trying to get her first 2 points. Skinner with the rebound, back over to Smith. 3 up. This one missed here from Livingston. Another rebound here for Skinner. Down low, Brown puts it up and in.
There's a reason why Emily Skinner is one of the top players in the state of Utah. Disregard 4A or not, doesn't matter. Just one of the best players in the state of Utah. She just reads the ball so well. She reads the game so well. As that ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Ridgeline ball again.
Yeah, it's not just the points category.
No, it's just the IQ.
Another thing I've noticed in these girls' games, the boys did it, but that's expected. But there's 2 3-point lines, and everybody, even the girls, see, just like that. You're using the other one. You're using the further back one.
It might as well, you know what? With Elise Livingston there dropping one in, she now has 5. Why not use it? It's a little practice for these girls that are going on to the next level.
Money inside, looking for some help into the corner. Amino, sit back out. Good find.
Good cut there. Backdoor cut by Brinley Bennett.
Drops another 2 on here for Dixie. 2:18 to go here in the first. Working around. Back up top here to Skinner. On a drive, stop, pop. Into Brown. She'll kick it out. Good look at a 3. Hesitated a little bit too long. Rebounded up. Here about the Flyers.
I'd like to see Dixie get a little bit faster on those rotations on that defensive zone that they're running, allowing the Hawks to have some open looks.
And a good poker by Skinner, unable to complete the steal, but Zollinger draws the foul. Or gets the foul. That'll be the second team foul here against the Riverhawks.
Yeah, 15-3 here with Ridgeline on top with 147 left to go in the first.
Stilson checks in here with the Flyers. Bennett with it up top, looking for somewhere to go. Puts it in, Stilson
Dixie
at the free throw line, drops it right back off. Look it over to Bundy here on the near side. Put up a long 2. Up and no good. Rebounded up here by Livingston. They want to push. Skinner up ahead into the corner. Dribbles out of it, sends it over to Livingston. Just playing catch here on the far side. Brown kicks it back out. Macy Brown on the baseline, floater up, no good. Rebounded up here by Bundy. Under a minute to go now here in the first quarter.
Ridgeline was being too picky there on that last offensive possession. But good defensive pressure from Dixie gives them the miss and the opportunity here to score.
Gonna go far side. Stilton picked up by Brown. Gives it back over to Bundy. Hard screen, Bundy put up a 3, no good. And Ridgeline just lets this one bounce out. Stops the clock, 28 seconds to go.
Again, Avery Gledhill checking back into the game. It'll send Jersey Bundy back to the bench. Freshman getting a little time out there on the court.
Skinner bringing it back. Good hold for the last shot. More perimeter passing here for the Riverhawks.
Playing for the last shot, 7 to go.
Skinner gives it to Macy Brown. Straightaway 3, not going to make it, but the putback from Skinner doesn't go as well.
She had the chance. I like the unselfish play of dishing it off to Macy Brown, and I love the follow-up shot, but still can't quite get it to go. It's 15-3.
And we will step aside and be right back.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Here we go, second quarter. A 14-3 ball game. Like I says, it ain't over. We saw what happened in the Green Canyon game.
It ain't over till it's over.
You gotta, don't fall asleep. Flyers will have the possession here to start us off in the second quarter. Giving it over to Bundy, far side. Trying to go down to Bennett. She'll also dribble it back out into the corner. Back up top. Solinger with defense on her. Now it gets it down low. Gledhill at the elbow. Tries to do something. Ane Wallace checking into the game and making it difficult. Draws a foul.
I like Avery Gledhill's footwork there. Just trying to get some movement. She's still keeping the pivot foot strong, but trying to get the defense to move off of her enough to get a shot off. And in that scenario, draws a foul.
Two shots coming in from Gledhill. Up and in. Checking in for the Riverhawks will be number 32, Brendan Weiss.
Dixie's Kiala Famuina checks back in as well. And that'll send Hayden Stilson back to the bench.
Gledhill with one more. Can't get that one to bounce in. Skinner bringing it back the other way. On it, putting up a screen. Skinner swings back out to Livingston. At least calling for a screen here from Wallace. Gives it back over to Skinner. On a kick out. Zollinger 3 up. 3 no good. Bundy grabbing the board here for the Flyers.
A good rebound by Bundy using her body to block off the pressure coming at her from behind. And Brindley Bennett losing that ball out of bounds.
Substitution
Going back to Ridgeline, and Smith will check back in for the Riverhawks.
replacing Elise Livingston.
6:52 still to go here before halftime. Just got one more game here tonight after this one.
Yeah, nightcap game coming up. Desert Hills and Payson.
Skinner, look at a 3, dribbles it in, a little higher percentage shot, still doesn't go though. Arne Wallace fights for the rebound, puts it up and gets her first 2.
First bucket of the quarter for Ridgeline. A little touch foul there from Emily Skinner.
Foul on number 5, Emily
Smithy's trying to work it back up the court. Second team foul against Ridgeline.
Into the Ridgeline lineup, number 22, Lacey Rowe.
Down with it up top here for the Dixie Flyers. Sean Wiener now from the right wing. Little resistance there, poked away. Here comes the Ridgeline. Macy Brown. All the way in, has to kick it right back out here to Skinner. Goes to the corner, back out, Skinner. Brown has the screen, puts it up a 3, nothing but net.
Emily Skinner again, now with 9 points. She can make it look easy.
Easy, 20-4. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Bundy, a little trouble with it, gets it over. The layup.
Blocked away.
Smith goes in hard, blocked. Skinner, coast to coast, up and in.
Puts her in double digits, 11.
Half the points of the Ridgeline from Skinner and a timeout here by the Flyers. Jenks and Livingston back in after the timeout when we come back.
Number 23, Elise Livingston.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegler from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off.
Welcome back after the timeout taken here by Dixie. 3 left in the ballgame still. Second quarter, 5:09 to go.
One thing I'm noticing here, Dixie doesn't have any fouls yet in this quarter. That tells me one of two things. Either number one, they're playing safe, or number two, they're just not playing as aggressive as they could. Maybe it's a mix of both. But I would like to see a little bit more aggressive defense. If that means you pick up a foul here or there, I'm okay with that.
Hard
there's one right there.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a little aggression. And again, you can set that screen all day long, but you can't push into the screen. You can't anticipate it, and she anticipated it, and that, of course, draws the foul call.
There comes Ridgeline back. On top of it is Smith. She'll get it right back. Over from the far side, give it to Jenks into the corner. Livingston. Brown. There's your aggressiveness there.
And I like that. I like that. Hallie Smith getting in there.
Gets the Dixie a turnover.
And that's what they need. This is what this team needs to do to try to work their way back in this in some fashion, is just to play a little bit more aggressive here.
Smith with it. Spits back around. Good find underneath.
What
up and in, Bundy.
What a backdoor cut from J.C. Bundy. And the ability to see her as well.
Allie tries to go from the baseline. Her pass tipped in, taken away. Flyers trying to work it up, but a little trouble with it. Smith trying to get it back.
I was going to say that was 2 possessions there from Dixie that they created turnovers on, but then in turn send a turnover into the hands of Ridgeline.
Livingston going to slow it down now for Ridgeline. Plenty of time on the shot clock. It's rolling over 20. Going to go down low. Here to Brown. She works it into the paint. Skip pass out. Weiss puts it up and in. 4-3.
Good looking shot there from Brindley Weiss, getting herself on the board and taking that lead up 25-6.
Almost 3.5 minutes to go. Smith picks up her dribble, gives it back over to Bundy straight away, defended by Hallie. Bundy gets all the way to the baseline now, looking for some help. Lala will give it back over to her. 3 underway, no good. Here from Bundy. Rebounded up. Here by Brown.
And the size difference here is quite noticeable between Ridgeline and Dixie. Ridgeline just has a lot more length. One of the things that they can always use to their advantage.
Brown with a drive on the left-hand side. Drops another one in here for Ridgeline. Ups the lead, 27-6. Lala holds the drive here against Brown. Spin move, good up, and gets the roll.
A little soft touch there by Kiala Famuina.
Livingston on the other end drains a 3.
Oh, Elise Livingston has 8.
Quick hands, tapped out here by Hallie Smith.
Substitutions for Dixie, number 24, jersey.
Zollinger and Skinner check back in here for Ridgeline.
Come on, and Kale checking in, and
number 5, Emily Skinner.
Yeah,
what was the other number over there that I missed? Jersey, was it Jersey Bundy? It's Jersey Bundy, number 24. Has the ball right now.
Stays with the dribble after going down. Takes a bump here from Skinner, draws foul.
Foul actually,
Livingston.
Elise Livingston, yeah.
That's her first personal and the 13 foul.
First one, 13 foul here against the Riverhawks. Bundy looking for some help. Poked away here by Ridgeline. That's going to be a travel.
Going back to that Skinner poke out, it's so easy in that situation. Just poke it right back out of bounds and let him go at it again with another out of bounds play. But it's tough when your momentum's heading towards out of bounds and she pokes it back inbounds towards her teammate.
Goes back to your IQ comment. Volley underneath. And no good.
That draws the foul. That's the
draws
line.
the foul, yeah. We'll have 2 free throws coming up.
It's her second and the 4th team foul. Shooting 2 shots will be Kiala Famuina.
First one up and in. Can't quite get the second one, and Ridgeline back with it. 2:05. There's Skinner off the screen. Skinner, a couple crossover moves, blocked away. Here comes the Flyers. Bundy trying to take it all the way, a little too far under the hoop, and bounces that one off the underside of the backboard.
Yeah, what a block by Hallie Smith, and then, the freshman, as that one, and the one, Skinner's going to head to the line, but yeah, sometimes those freshman jitters get to you on those breakaways, and you end up making a mistake or two.
And we'll take one more look at the block. Back down under here. Oh, no, this is the foul.
Yeah.
Just happened.
Substitution number 42, Money Wallace.
Money Wallace checking back in here for the Riverhawks. I think Stilson back in here for the Flyers. 3-point play opportunity from Skinner, can't capitalize. Wallace steps back, looks at a three, doesn't take it. Just another handoff here to Skinner. Reset up top here with Livingston.
Back and forth they go. We talked about how this team will take the opportunities that are given to them, but they're not going to force it.
No look pass from Wallace down to Livingston. Can't finish at the hoop.
And again, that backdoor cut, it was right there. Shot just off the mark.
Smith up top with it. And scrappiness. Ooh, taking a ball to the face.
Well, especially wearing that mask, that is a scary situation for her, and she's holding her nose already.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Nose and mouth. She is in some pain, bloody nose as well. You can see it coming, so.
Yeah, the mask doesn't make it hurt any less.
No, not at all. So she's going to head out to the out to the tunnel.
While all that was going on, you had Skinner on the other end. Drop another 2 in for Ridgeline. So 34-9 the score. Under a minute, 53 seconds.
Man, such a sad situation there to see Stilson, who, again, obviously was wearing the mask, and now they have to take a little bit of a moment, I believe, with that hit to the face, that there might be a little bit of blood on the court. They want to make sure that that's all cleaned up and there's nothing there. So the official here in the center of the court getting that checked out.
So 53 seconds still remain here in the second quarter. We hope.
Yeah, we are seeing one of the trainers coming in with a towel over here on the Ridgeline side.
I don't think they got it any on, like, in the middle of the court where it actually happens, where she made her way out to the sideline.
Yeah, again, they're just trying to make sure that the court's all cleaned up and everything. Over there by the Dixie's bench specifically, she kind of took a little bit of a pause over there. Hayden did, and so they want to make sure that everything's good to go. And looks like one of the assistant coaches for Dixie's went over, grabbed a towel, and the officials are make sure it's all cleaned up, ready to go.
All right, well, they mopped up on the floor. Let's take a commercial break. We'll come right back.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Rudd Funeral Home is there to serve your family in your time of need.
After we got everything cleaned up, we resume here in the second quarter. 53 seconds. Full court press shown here by Ridgeline. Bennett able to cross the timeline, bringing it back the other way here for the Flyers. Drops it off to Smith straight away. Skinner on her. Good screen. Taken and blocked away here by Wallace.
Wallace read that perfectly, and here comes Skinner on the other side.
Just a little hesitation, go around her on the left-hand side.
Just like that. Skinner was 17 already in this first half. 23 seconds left.
Smith holds far side. Lala at the elbow, drives inside. Hard shot put up, blocked away.
And another block by Wallace. And that's going to be another foul as well against Lala Famuina.
Fourth team foul. There's only 12.2 seconds left. Gledhill checks back in here for the Flyers. Skinner passed up the last shot last time. Good find down to Wallace. Can't finish at the hoop. It's bounced around, and that's going to do it here in the first half. Ridgeline 36, Dixie 9.
Great first half there by the Riverhawks, and again, all of it working through Emily Skinner with 17 through the first half.
I'm away. We're going to go see if we can get Coach Jenks here before she makes her way to the locker room.
And Devin Dixon getting ready to chat with her. And here we go.
All right, I'm here with Coach Jinx. And, Coach, take me through a dominant first half. You got to be happy with how your kids played.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming into games, one of our big focuses is defense, and that's kind of what you can see out there is the girls are dialed, focused. They know, who they're supposed to be guarding, what they're supposed to be doing. I think they're doing a great job.
Is there pressure to run it back? I see the run it backs on the back of the shirt. Is there pressure knowing you're the defending champs?
I think there's always pressure for anybody, right? When you come into a season, you want to go do a better job than you did the last season. I think these girls just are really focused and want to come run it back and get another title, but it's one game at a time.
What's the message going to be in the locker room so they don't let their foot off the pedal?
Yeah, absolutely. We were already talking about it on the bench, actually, and they just said we got to keep playing like this because it leads into, the next game and the next game. So I just keeping our focus.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right, back to you guys. That's Coach Jinx.
Well, if you look at the score, that's a laser focus.
Laser focus indeed. I mean, that's exactly their MO, right? Is to come into this game and they don't let their foot off the gas. We've seen it all year long, Just look at some of the scores. Go look them up online if you want to, and you can see that very rarely do they ever lighten the load at all. Maybe later in a fourth quarter, but through the first half, no. Through the third quarter, no. So I expect that they're still going to come out and play hard, even at the beginning of the next half. Doesn't matter if they're up 36-9.
Well, we're going to step aside. We got the Ridgeline dancers out on the court. We'll step aside again. We're in the halftime, 36-9 here for Ridgeline.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Lincoln Financial specializes in estate, investment, and retirement planning, as well as business benefits. At Lincoln, they are totally impartial, comb through different options to create financial products that a person needs. Lincoln Financial, big city service, small town care.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Coldwell Banker has a team of dedicated professionals who handle the complex process and make sure things run smoothly. Save time and money with Coldwell Banker.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
Welcome back here to the 4A State Basketball Tournament here at UCCU Center. Ridgeline ahead 36-9 here at halftime over the Dixie Flyers.
Yeah, and it's it's been Ridgeline all the way, obviously, with it being 36-9. On the Dixie side, the scoring has come from Kiala Famuina. She's got 4. Most of those she's earned from the line.
Yeah.
And then you have Brinley Bennett and JC Bundy each with a basket. And then Avery Gledhill with a free throw as well. So we've only seen 3 field goals made from the Flyers here in the first half of play, which you need more. Quite obviously, you need more. The biggest thing for Ridgeline, though, is they have such a good offense in transition. They're really good at stealing the ball high, so then they can just get those fast break points. Those are really their bread and butter points that they get. But again, it's something that we had talked about throughout the first half anyway. It's the idea of not forcing it. You're not forcing anything, but you're moving the ball around until you find that open shot, and you take it, and it's working out for them.
Yeah, you say your game plan should be just go in and drive it and get them in foul trouble. Well, they can't drive it in. They're getting picked out at the top of the key, and I don't know. It's hard. That's hard.
It is hard, and like with Devin talking with Coach Jenks there right at the end of the first half, one of the things that she talked about was defense. And defense has been massive, and defense in turn leading to offense, as I had mentioned, has been massive for them in this game. And that's really been the biggest key here. You look at Emily Skinner and her 17 points. Well, how many of those were fast break points, right?
Exactly.
Tons of them. Tons of her 17 were fast break points, as well as offensive rebounds and second chance points. That's also been one of the things for Ridgeline has been second chance points, and that's where they're getting a lot of opportunities to score as well.
Yeah, and so the height advantage going to Ridgeline, you kind of expect that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at just the lineup. If they were all to stand end to end, you'd probably have the 3 tallest players being on Ridgeline's roster. So when you have 3 of the tallest players, you're bound to get a few more rebounds.
And they're not just post-down players. I mean, they're starting.
Yeah, they're shooters.
They're starting out there at the 3-point line and driving in.
Yeah, well, and then that's the other thing too. You look at the length when it comes to shooting. Yeah, if I'm out there and I'm 6 feet tall shooting over someone who's 5'8", I can shoot over them even if they're in my face. And so you see that a lot where there might be a shot that's semi-contested, and they're okay to take it just because of the height advantage anyway from outside. They don't always do it. Usually they work for a better shot than a contested one.
Yeah.
But if they needed to, that is still an advantage that's onto their side. They haven't used it too much, but some of those mid-range shots that have been contested will still go down just for that same reason.
Well, Hayden Stilson left the game after getting a ball to the face. Hopefully we can see her back in the second half. There's about 1.5 minutes left to go here before we start the third quarter. We'll step aside and bring it back here for the start of the third quarter at the UCCU Center.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Central Milling is the farmer, the miller, and the baker working to preserve American farmland for tomorrow while preserving the highest quality of flour and grains to the bakers of today. Select the best products for your family by using Central Milling Company.
When one of us gets in a car accident, we can help. At McMullen Injury Law, we make sure that problems get solved the best way possible, and we make sure that all insurance claims get paid fully and fairly so you can get back on your feet and get life back to normal.
Whether you are buying or selling, you need to know you have someone in your corner who can help you get through that process. The realtors at Coldwell Banker are there to help you get into your home, whether it's a starter or your forever.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes from Logan to St. George for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Riverhawks will begin the third quarter with possession. Livingston will get the hand off. Hair to Smith at the elbow. Brown gives it over to Skinner. Kick it back outside. 3 up, 3, miss. But again, there's your second chance points. Rebound here by Brown. Kick back out. Another 3 launch. This one nothing but net. Elise Livingston.
Well, and if I'm Dixie, you have to realize you just had 2 of your same players fighting over a rebound that ends up in the hands of Ridgeline instead of one of you just being unselfish and letting the other person take it.
Wow, down low, puts it up. No good, doesn't get the roll. And Ridgeline picking up a loose ball. Skinner, Heath holding it down the court. Unselfishness. Smith's going to end up with it.
That might end up being our play of the game right there, just with how beautifully unselfish they played that.
There's a bounce pass. Brown with it poked away. Gets fouled in the process of bringing it back. First team foul here against the Flyers.
And Brindley Bennett getting a little aggressive there, which again, I talked about that in the first half. I like the aggressiveness. I like that she took away fast break points right there as well.
As we mentioned, that's how Ridgeline's getting most of their points. Skinner sends it out far side there to Smith. She'll drive in. Leave it underneath the hoop, rebound it up here by Gledhill.
Here's J.C. Bundy bringing it across half court.
Picks up her dribble, now looking for some help. Sit down. Lala. She'll just put it down, drive it up hard, and put it up and in.
That's where she's coming to play, right? She knows she can get it done under the basket, found a little bit of a lane, and has the ball control to be able to get a good shot off.
Skinner with it up top, off the screener from Brown. Kicks it back out to her. Brown passes up on a 3, drives it in, left hand, fouled on the shot.
A little bit of contact down low there will send her to the line.
We call it on Gledhill. Second team foul here in the quarter.
That's her second personal and the second team foul. Shooting.
Second personal for Gledhill. First one up here from Macy Brown.
It rattles around.
Rims out, yeah.
Macy Brown was 6 so far, and nothing here in the third yet. And she changes that with that free throw.
Right on cue. Smith back up, crossing the timeline there for the Flyers. She get it back. On a handoff. Bundy out of the corner. Lala down low, puts it up hard. And 3 defenders down on her. And then we'll make that shot go. Here comes the Riverhawks. Far side with it. Brown dropping it off. Elise Livingston on the baseline.
Just an easy drive down the baseline and easy lay-in. Gives her 13.
Lala sent at the elbow. Getting good dribble in. Spin move up and in.
Kiala again getting it done. She finds her way to the basket. Like I say, she has some really good ball handling skills and working those post moves well here in the third quarter.
Livingston holds here on the right wing. We'll move it now to the left. Down to the baseline here with Brown. Brown with the kick out, Livingston. Thought about a pop, drives inside, splits the defense, kick back out. This is Smith. Haley shotting up and no good. Rebounded up again by Livingston. Kick out. Skinner with the lone for three.
Skinner with her first points of the quarter. Wide open three with the second chance bucket.
All again, holds. Picks up the dribble. Just getting some free space. Doesn't need a lot, and she puts that one and rolls it in.
Hey, give her an inch, she'll take a mile, right? And she does so right there. 6 points right now for Kiala Famuina in the third.
Trying to get the Flyers back in it. It's 47-15. It's a high mountain to climb.
I don't know if there's much getting back in it at this point outside of just don't give up. Just keep playing. Just keep trying. At the very end of the game, you want to say, hey, at least we played as hard as we could.
4:23 still left to go here in the third. We'll step aside.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
JC's Country Diner is under new local management, but has the same great country charm so you can savor the flavor.
And after the timeout here by the Flyers, we reset in the third quarter. Riverhawks will have the possession. Livingston. We'll bring it back up here for Ridgeline. Give it over here to Brown. Rogers and Skinner swinging around to the far side. Wallace down on the baseline. Looks for a cutter. Unable to make that pass.
Surprised they didn't call that a kick. Sometimes even if they pass it off a foot, if it ever really lands on a foot, they'll call that a kick. But there wasn't a lot of motion, so I'm glad they let it just play on.
Skinner staying back. Reverse layup and in.
What a play there by Emily Skinner. The defensive pressure, again, defense leading to offense.
Bundy directs traffic up top here for the Flyers. Takes it over to the left, picks up her dribble. Defended by Livingston. Wallow with it, straight away up top. Good find on the baseline, Bundy.
JC Bundy again. She's been found down there twice now. I like that off-ball movement, creating some space down low.
Skinner off the screen, gives it right over to Brown, who set the screen.
Little pick and roll action there.
Bundy drives in hard. Again, gets some separation, puts up the three, no good. Skinner with the rebound.
Hallie Smith has been one of the more aggressive Flyers on defense, and Skinner gets called for the travel right there.
Give the ball back over here to the Flyers.
A big substitution here for Ridgeline.
And number 14, Raven Brown.
Yeah, gonna give the starters a little break. Aside from Brown. Oh, and Smith's out there as well.
Yeah, Brown and Smith, the two starters out there right now.
Off screen.
And a jump ball call. So one thing about Ridgeline with their starters being as good as they are is it actually does give a chance for some of these underclassmen, some of these sophomores and even freshmen to come out and get a chance to play against other starting lineups of these other teams.
Yeah, definitely a different level from even your JV up to varsity. Foul going to be charged here to the Flyers. As Missy Brown tries to go back up.
Dixie foul on number 1.
That'll go against Hallie Smith. Hallie hasn't made her presence known yet on the offensive side in the scoring category, but she has made her presence known by just, again, playing some aggressive basketball. And in that sense, you have to be pretty proud of that right now. Anytime you're going up against a team like Ridgeline, anyone who's playing a little aggressive is all right in my book.
Brown will have one more free throw. 2:19 here in the third, up and in.
Makes both. She has 11 on the night of the 53 for Ridgeline.
Smith up with it, gives it over Lala. Looks down low, dribbles into the baseline, picks up her dribble, now looking for some help. She's going to throw it up anyways, almost gets this one to bounce in. Oh, rebound put back up. That one no good.
The rare offensive rebound there by Keel was not enough.
Smith takes it from the baseline, back out, turns right back around, drives it right back in.
Hallie Smith. We have 2 Hallie Smiths, by the way.
Yeah,
one for Ridgeline, one for Dixie. So if it gets confusing when we say Hallie Smith, that is exactly why.
I was going to say, I'll just call the one Hallie. Oh.
Yeah, they're both Hallie. There's a Hallie Smith and a Hallie Smith. They don't spell them the same, but they are the same name phonetically.
Jenks sends it over far side. Here to Smith. Straight away 3, passed on here by Brown. Drives inside, blocked away.
The other Hallie Smith with the block. I don't know which one wants to be the other Hallie Smith, but we do have 2 senior Hallie Smiths. Same age, same name.
Well, this is Bundy. They're trying to work it on the left side. Gets to the baseline. Down inside. Bennett in the paint. Puts up a shot. No good. James with a rebound. And a good bounce pass here to Smith. She'll clear it back out. 3 on the way. No good.
Had she made that, I would have said maybe that's the play of the game. Some unselfish passing. But can't quite capitalize.
Bundy's got to wrestle it away from the Riverhawks and does.
20 seconds left here in the third with Bundy in control.
Lala swings it out, far side. Smith trying to drive it inside, gets it tied up. Lost control, and here comes the Riverhawks for the last shot. Back up to Smith, a little bit too far, and that's going to do it here in the third.
After 3 quarters, the score is Ridgeline 55.
And a big old line change again coming up at the start of the fourth.
We'll have it for you when we come back. It's 55-17 for Ridgeline.
Reserve a lane at the Bear River Bowling Center today. Cosmic Bowling is on Fridays and Saturdays, Mondays are family nights, and then it's $3 Tuesday. Ask about their birthday packages and order your favorite foods from the grill.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Start of the fourth quarter here at the UCCU Center. Again, your home of the 4A State Basketball Playoffs. Being produced by KSL Sports, the Fan Sports Network, and Bear River Live.
Quite the team we have on these playoff excursions of ours. You know, we all gathered together last year up in Logan at Utah State, and here we are again this year. We decided, hey, it worked out well for us last year. Let's try it all again this year. So far, so good. Almost made it through our first Monday of the quarterfinals. The toughest day with 8 games.
And man, 8 games. You've had, what, 7 of them?
We are now in game 7.
Yeah, and 6 of them have been almost to the wire.
Yeah. Still there by the Flyers. Avery Gledhill
Turn around up top here to Bundy. She'll drive on Weiss. Put it up, knocked loose. It stays here, Flyers basketball.
Now Jersey Bundy, the freshman, coming back into the game. That'll put Hallie Smith on the bench. Again, 55-17 here with Ridgeline leading just a minute into the fourth quarter.
Campbell gets the inbounds pass. Bundy looks at a three, up and in. JC Bundy.
First three-pointer of the night for the Flyers as well.
Skinner back over to Wallace. Livingston drives inside. It's a blue wall. Kick back out. Weiss out about a three. Zollinger now passes over near side. Zollinger, good look at a three. Pops it up. Off the back there, no good. Weiss with another rebound here for Ridgeline.
Good defensive pressure on the possession here, but again, second chance opportunities.
Skinner back up top. Here to Livingston. Livingston splits the defense, but gives it off here to Wallace.
That's a plus side, having someone like Wallace on your roster. The height advantage that she has down low, especially with an opportunity like that, is a guaranteed bucket.
Off the screen here from Gledhill. Swing it over. Trying to go back down into Gledhill. He loses control of it, but able to save it. Three on the way. JC Bundy can't make it two in a row. Rebounded up here by Livingston.
I was hoping for one more.
Kill with a good hustle play on the other end, and coming back this way, we have a foul. At least Livingston going back to the free throw line. JC Bundy picking up her first.
We can check it out here on the replay on the drive through, and again, just a little contact there, going up for the shot.
It's a little out of position. Got to stop that one. Livingston's first one up and in. Jenks checking back in here for Ridgeline. Lala back in for the Flyers.
Substitutions for Dixie, number 34.
Hallie Smith in for the Flyers as well.
Into the lineup for Ridgeline, number 12. McKinney Jenks.
One more for Livingston, and she rolls that one in. So they'll go take a break. Elise Wright will check in here for Ridgeline. Bundy off the screen. Over to JC in the corner. Goes back out up top. They sisters?
Yep. And daughters of Coach Bundy.
Hey. Man, nope. I didn't see that one coming earlier today. Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
Eliminating Dixie.
Yeah, what a game that was. Shot down low by Elise Wright.
She gets her first 2 points of the ball game. JC with it up top. JC on the drive. Good screen. But man. Wallace sends it out of bounds.
You know, Wallace coming off the bench, playing like a starter, though. She definitely plays really fierce. No hesitations in her game. That's what you like to see from the junior.
Munford checks in on that downtime. Ball tapped around. Lala puts it up. Can't bank it in. We'll have another try at it. Throws this one up and no good. Able to get her own rebound.
Second chance opportunities here for Dixie. Three on its way, no good.
Yeah, Smith can't get that one to fall. And here comes Ridgeline back the other way. Jenks on the far near side. Crosses the timeline. Here comes Wallace with the screen. A drive and a kick out. Zollinger takes a look. Drops a three.
Bang, another one. Was up 64-20. Ridgeline leads.
To the point now, the clock's not going to stop.
That was good.
Jersey Bundy off the baseline, puts it up and in. Timeout taken here by Dixie. 3:34 to go, 64-22. Thanks some of our sponsors.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
After the timeout, we reset. 3 minutes and 34 seconds still left in this one, and we still got one more to go.
Not done yet. Yeah, the nightcap coming up here in just a few short minutes. At the conclusion of this one, Desert Hills and Payson.
They'll play the winner of this one. Again, Ridgeline going to work it here on the perimeter. Jenks with it over on the far side. Jenks on drive, another kick out. This 3 up in the corner, no good. That one put up by the underclassman, Hobbs. JC trying to work it down inside. Poked that one right away by Munford.
Yeah, again, some good defensive pressure there. Getting the poke away.
Fires ball on the baseline. Nobody underneath, but unable to find it inside. Haley. They got it up here by Ridgeline. Swinging over here into the corner, back up top, here to Jenks. Hobbs again with it. Dribble up, giving it off. And good move on the baseline. Put it up again, Hobbs again. JC gonna send it far side. Haley with a bullet pass, but another foul here against Ridgeline. Hobbs picks up her first. That's the first foul here for Ridgeline, and big substitution coming here for the Flyers.
Yeah, let some of these underclassmen who haven't seen the action of the playoffs before, let them get a little taste for it with the final minute 30 remaining. And again, it is a ticking clock, so that minute 30 still consistently ticking down.
Flyers going to put up a shot. This up, no good. And Hobbs lets this one bounce out of bounds. It'll be Ridgeline basketball. Jenks meeting a press. Happy to get across, and Hobbs does. Across the timeline. She's calling for it back, but poked away, and here comes the Flyers back with it. Trying to make it through the heart of the defense, and it's turned right back around here by Ridgeline.
And that one's stolen away as well. Send it into the corner.
Hobbs swinging it out. Jenks holds. Doesn't take the screen. Leaves it off. No, throw it up and no good. Working down low. Hard put up, and they'll fight for it. Still undecided.
And at this point, I think the officials are trying to let them play on as much as possible and just wrap this one up. Now 12 to go, corner 3.
Off the mark, rebound put up. Blocked away by Jenks.
That does it.
Well, if this is the most uneventful game of today, that's still a good day.
Yeah, you know, it's again, it's one of those where for the Riverhawks, it's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone to move on again now into the semifinals. They'll play the winner of the upcoming matchup. So good win there by Ridgeline.
Yeah, you know, that's hard for Dixie to come in here and get the short stick to take on this team. But again, they got the good win against Hurricane to get them here. But your final in this one, Ridgeline 66, Dixie 22. Payson Desert Hills coming up next. They will take the winner of that one will take on Ridgeline here tomorrow in the semis. Well, any last thoughts here on this one, Caden?
Just outside of a good season there by Dixie, and I know it comes to an end here and at UVU, but you know, you made it here when you weren't supposed to, right? You were the underdog in the last game, and you made it through to this one. So, you know, good season by Dixie. Good playoffs so far. Ridgeline's a team that's going to be tough for anybody to beat, and of course, they move on to the next round. And Ridgeline definitely will be one of the favorites to at least end up in the championship, if not even win a championship.
All right, that'll do it for us to wrap this one up. Getting Ridgeline with the win, 66-22 over Dixie. Desert Hills Payson coming up next here at the UCCU Center.